Hi friends, Dirk here. This is a follow-up video because I got such a great response from the Lumix community to my last video, and many of you shared with me their personal tips and tricks how they battle the overheat issue coming from the Lumix S1RII. In today's video we're testing all these workarounds, and I will also show you how much extra recording time each of these tips is giving us. To have a true comparison, I conducted all these tests in my studio in a controlled environment, setting the temperature on the thermostat to 76 degrees Fahrenheit, which translates to 24.4 degrees Celsius. Tip number one is a very easy one. We're setting the fan speed from auto to fast. That means they're running all the time at 100% of their capacity. That also means they have quite some background noise, which the internal microphone is going to pick up. But I guess everyone who's using such a camera is using also external microphones, so that shouldn't be an issue. On the Panasonic website you will find a list with approved CFExpress Type B card that will work with your camera. I will leave a link in the description below so you can double check if you have the right card for yourself. I actually had a card that was approved by Panasonic, but Panasonic recommended for me to make an upgrade, a firmware upgrade, and I did this. So test number one with the upgraded firmware on my Pro Grade CFExpress Type B card and with the fan set to fast. After 17 minutes and 20 seconds we get an overheat warning, and 5 minutes later the camera says nighty night and shuts down to prevent it from overheating. Tip number two, we're removing one of the biggest heat sources in the camera, the CFExpress Type B card. Now we're recording on our SD card, a UHS-2 V90. We're getting an overheat warning at 25 minutes and 19 seconds. And after 35 minutes and 19 seconds it shut down. To remove the CFExpress Type B card is a clear improvement. However, now we don't have any form of redundancy and we're operating such an expensive camera with only one card slot. Not really what I wanted. Tip number three, we're removing another heat source in the camera body, the battery. Because I want to stay mobile with my camera and I want to be able to shoot outdoors, I put a V-mount clamp onto my tripod and my V-mount battery. I bought the Condor Blue D-tap cable and I connected it from the V-mount battery and I plugged in the dummy battery into my camera. And now we start recording. We got the overheat warning at 26 minutes and 40 seconds, which is only a minute later compared to the other tests when we operated the camera with the battery. But we were able to record longer and the camera shut down after 41 minutes and 58 seconds. Compared to test number two, it's not really a huge gain. We're talking about 19%, and it costs money. You have to purchase a V-mount clamp, the V-mount battery, unless you have it already, and a D-tap cable with a dummy battery. I will leave affiliate links in the description below, and you can purchase camera gear at no extra cost to you, but that would benefit my channel. And I would truly appreciate this. Tip number four from another creator who suggested, instead of utilizing the full sensor, to record pixel to pixel. What that means is the camera would crop the image in the format of your choice. So now that the entire sensor is no longer used, only the portion of the sensor that we need for our recordings, it results in faster readout speed, less rolling shutter, it results also in sharper images, and it should also result in less heat. Additionally, I moved the display a bit away from the camera to have a better airflow on the camera back. Now I took a look, and unfortunately in our menu 6.4K didn't give us the option to record pixel to pixel, only full sensor. So the next available option for open gate was 5.9K. If you're selecting 5.9K 30 FPS, it gives us the option to shoot pixel to pixel. Now this comes at a crop, it's roughly 1.5x, and this is equivalent to an APS-C camera. Anyway, I still want to test it and see how much more recording time it gives us. We get an overheat warning after recording for 1 hour, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Unfortunately, I could not finish this test because 3 minutes later the battery died. So yes, this mode gives us definitely much longer recording times, but this is not really how I anticipated to use this camera. I don't have a full frame camera to use it as an APS-C. Tip number 5. Instead of recording internally, we're using an external SSD card and connected via USB cable. We're going back to our list of supported cards, because on this same page you find also a list of supported SSDs, and I purchased the Samsung T9. I also bought an SSD card holder. In the menu I enabled USB SSD recording. And then I had to format my external hard drive. And now I was very surprised to find that I couldn't record any more than C4K. And all my higher resolution modes were grayed out. All my custom modes were gone. So I thought, what the heck is going on here? When I tried to select 6.4K 30 FPS, the camera gave me a message stating that I might need an optional battery grip and also a genuine Panasonic DC coupler. I had one from Newer, that didn't work. I had one from Condor Blue, that also didn't work. Wouldn't enable the higher res modes. I was lucky to get the DCC-18, which is on back order everywhere. Using the DCC-18 in combination with my external SSD card, now all recording modi were enabled and nothing was grayed out anymore. Recording on an external SSD on the Samsung T9 were getting an overheat warning after 23 minutes and 28 seconds, and I was very surprised to see that the camera shut down already after 33 minutes and 4 seconds. I'm a little bit shocked to see that when we have the battery in the camera and we're recording onto a SD card, UHS 2, that we're getting better recording times compared to recording onto an external hard drive using the DCC-18 coupler. All the tests were made with the same conditions, so these are real numbers. Of course, there are benefits of using an external hard drive. First of all, it gives you way more storage than you had before. Secondly, you can simply plug it into your PC or to your laptop and you don't need to transfer these files anymore. You can use them directly from this hard drive. Some of you mentioned that other CFExpress Type B cards might perform better and might give us better recording times. So I did some research and I found out that the Delkin Black is currently the coolest running CFExpress Type B card on the market. $239 later, I can confirm that this card runs cooler. It gives us a recording time of 25 minutes and 47 seconds, which is roughly 3.5 minutes more than with the card that I already had. So in other words, I paid roughly $1 per extra second recording time. One wedding filmmaker reached out and told me that he would record in Arizona at 115 degrees onto an external SSD in 6.4K 30 FPS for hours and hours. I'm sorry, I find this hard to believe. Maybe in 4K and not 6.4K. But anyway, these were all the tips and tricks I got from you guys, your workarounds to battle these overheat issues coming from the S1RII, and I really made an effort. I bought all the equipment necessary and I tested everything in a controlled environment so that we have a true comparison. I just can't imagine doing all of this outside in the Florida heat. Of course, this would result in much shorter recording times. A final word, a couple of days ago, the new firmware for the S1RII came out, and we see major improvements for different camera modi but unfortunately the heat problem can't be addressed because this is a hardware issue, and also the focus tracking, the flexible focus point, still has the same issues, so this is also something that was not addressed in this firmware update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, leave a like and hit the subscribe button, and YouTube thinks you should watch this video here next. Till the next time, stay safe, stay tuned and take care. Bye for now.